That guy's an amazing artist. If you guys are watching, you guys should follow his page. Amazing artist. Um, one of my favorites. So we are going to take a look at SPY. Oh, that's going to be in my YouTube video. There you go, Michael. So as you guys know, we are at all-time highs, right? So what you choose to do with this opportunity is entirely up to you. I was wrong, right? I took some speculative positions. Thank God, I don't ever go into these speculative positions without some sort of low risk hedge. I wasn't in SPY, but this one did push up. Of course, if you are bullish, if you are long, you either are building on top of this or you are retesting it. You're not falling back down underneath it. I do not think that price can afford it with how fast it moved up. That being said, QQQ's in the same boat. We have one small red candle on a lower time frame. So if that is your, if that, is where you decide you want to go short, be my guest. But again, I do not. And if you're new here, I do not trade at all-time highs. It's just, if I see weakness, or let's say I'm watching the hourly on the Qs, me and Jorge, and I see 3 taps on the hourly on the top of a box with empty space underneath me, I'm gonna short that. You know what I mean? Like, that's clear. But until that is clear, uh, or I see something clear, I'm not just gonna buy a short. This thing could easily gap up, and I'd rather short a gap up than just short something that's stopped. But be my guest. Again, I'm not taking part. Anyway, IWM is the only one that hasn't, and as a couple of people have pointed out, has a lot of short volume. It is closing green, slap flat up against the same fucking high. What else can you ask for? I think on the 4 hour, that's where you can see this. And this is, yes, you see these wicks kind of touching each other at 229, but there is just a little bit left at 230.25. So if you are looking at IWM, don't ignore that bad boy, in which you still need to push over at 226.85, but there is potential behind this chart. Now, again, remember your other ETF. Oh, man, I thought I could slip past the band today. Nope. Sir, you remind me of Luke Skywalker. You mean Anakin Skywalker? I get that one more. This is one of the ETFs that has not gone to its highs. There is more empty space to 234. So that being said, what a rip out today. All right, so those are our 3 ETFs. Again, that is a extremely strong push up. If that can carry into tomorrow, I have no doubt that we'll be seeing that possibly by the end of the week.
230s for Friday are 53 cents, and there's a shit ton of open interest on them.
Take that into consideration for sure.
Would you call it a rotation, Garrett? By any chance?
Would I call it a who? A rotation?
The rotation.
Yeah, I think, you have, well, if you have especially building, right? Because what has IWM done while QQQ and SPY have ripped? Nothing. And then as soon as they get up to their highs, IWM takes off. So yeah, we could see the rotation into small caps, and see possibly building on those ETFs. But yeah. And that's the cool thing about IWM is it does not always run with the market, which honestly opens up like opportunities outside of where, okay, I can't trade the Qs and SPY. It's like, all right, well, IWM sometimes has this set up for you. But alrighty. I know, dude, that's a fucked up thing to say. I'm actually insulted by that one, dude. I should ban you for that. All right, so tomorrow, Forex Factory. Is that right? Could have sworn we had data coming in tomorrow. No, that's on Thursday. So no data tomorrow. Obviously, Thursday we have core PPI, and unemployment claims. There is obviously, as you can see here as well, Trump is trying to pursue a lawsuit against Powell. This is, possibly going to stir up a little bit of volatility. If he can get somebody that he wants in there, obviously things are going to change. They are already changing. Pretty scary. All right, so if you have anything that you want me to take a look at, there is some pretty good setups that a couple, I know you guys are trading a few yourselves. Before I dive into this, I do want to say, if you feel outside of the pack, or you feel like you are just kind of spinning, right? You're not really gaining any traction. I want you to, the study room is open later at night, but feel free. For the most part, everybody here is friendly. But if you see somebody who kind of similar, or you just kind of understand what they're putting down, and they're on that same journey as you, link up with them, right? If you need to be a part of a group, so this is just, I meant to say this because I get DMs about this, but like, if you were trying to refine your ability to spot and good setups, I recommend being amongst people who are also doing the same thing. And that doesn't mean you have to be in the study room. If you want to make this Discord is your Discord, right? Except for powers that I hold and Ivy holds in the soundboard, and the channels that you can't see, and a couple of other things that are really important. But this is your space. So if you want to use the chats or live trading chat, link up with somebody. Hey, do you want to chart it up? Or does anybody want to chart X, Y, Z? Free Discord or this one, you should be doing that. All right, so moving on.
XYZ is not the move right now, bro.
Oh, whatever. How was that stock? That was funny. All right, so we have I was watching, well, not was, am watching Lulu. It had a pretty good pop up today. I caught it right basically above the wick. Well, not just below the wick, as it was going to close there. It has empty space. I'd like to see this one pop up, and this one reminds me a lot of was it TTD or TXN? One of the two. It reminds me a great deal of that. But 194.84 and cost basis, two areas that we could be pursuing here. There's a little channel action as well. So this is obviously something that it's not guaranteed quite yet. So anyway, that is one thing that we are looking at. ALK looking pretty good after months of torture. One of the only airlines that hasn't taken off, pun intended. But we are looking for a break over that 56.28, and I see a target of 57.75 as well as $60 whole. So that one's looking pretty good as well. Snow keeping us in the game, but also flashing a major green sign right now. So I am now considering Snow as a very serious day trade that I'm going to be pursuing because of the opportunities that are presented on the hourly, right? And I'm going to consider this to be the last or a, I don't know. To me, this seems like, obviously, if I'm in September, I could tolerate that. If you're in August, we talked about this earlier, it's probably just better for you to get cheaper contracts if we rip up. But I expect that if Snow is going to, as of right now, I'm not doing anything. My plan is to basically chop those off at 196. I had some good trims today on that leg down. I'm pretty satisfied with the play overall, but I am going to hammer this thing to the upside upon that trigger. I'm not going to add to my position, but this is me managing my own trade. So if you're trying to get in on a day trade, that's fine. You just need to make sure you have a solid stop loss. But this is my setup. If you're in this with me, you can use my plan to piggyback into yours. If you can't afford to buy a hedge to the upside, the answer is clear. We have tough pills to swallow all the time. I got asked today, what if I can't afford the hedge and I'm, it's broken over my stop loss? You get out. I know that you don't like that. I wish there was a more positive outcome, but the most positive outcome is you don't lose any money and maybe you make a little bit. So, all right. CAVA is tonight, right? For friends. Yep. All right. So as of right now, it just has a couple things that I like. It's got a cool little channel. It has a downtrend right there that we've been trading in as well. There's a downside target of 76. There's an upside target, obviously, of 97.75, but we are looking at the possibility of this shooting up into the 110s. So again, we've seen some earnings work, some not. Please make sure that you are positioning yourself in something that you can afford the risk on. This is still earnings. This isn't Schwab. This isn't Nike. It is decent, but it's not clear one way or another, and there is structure in between both of those. So, boss, can I choose one? Harry Potter or Harry Rogue? Harry Potter. All right. So anyway, we've got HPQ had a pretty decent move back up today. Yesterday, scary. Today, decent pop over close. You can't ask for anything else. I'd really like to see HPQ open up above 2660 and reach for that next target of 27. All right. If you have any requests, please drop those now. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. So CAVA, you got it.
CAVA earning contract prices are ridiculous, dude.
That they are. Funny enough, my contracts haven't bled as badly as I thought they were going to because of that reason. And again, if you cannot afford it, be stoic. You know what I mean? Just fuck it. You can't get it. So, or if it's outside of your risk, for anybody who's listening, it should be the same thing. The same type of contracts that we're looking for that adheres to your risk. All right. Try to move through these as quickly as possible. Tesla. So 1, 2, 3. What a place to be. I mean, you are dead. So let's talk about where you're at on Tesla. We talked about being above this wall and that being giving us the ability to go to step 1, which was the median. And above that, we would have a straightforward target of 354. But we also considered the downtrend, and that is what you're at now. So if I was long, I would be looking at the absolute worst case scenario, which to me is 322. There's gaps to fill, but honestly, I think that a pullback underneath 333 would be far more impactful than just that gap. So that being said, you've got 2 off the top, you got 2 off the bottom. Probably a little bit of consolidation to be had. Jorge, yesterday was the day to get that, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I said it yesterday on Neo. I said that this is the 3rd time, but it'll also make a really good place to hedge. And man, if you did hedge Neo on those 7s, easy money. That thing came right the fuck down. I'll take a look at it in just a second, though. Moving down the list. All right, Toast. Oop, what the hell? I just spelled real toast. Okay, so this one, man, fought like hell on cost basis, and I think it might have won temporarily. The amount of chop, this is the kind of thing where you have to weigh the risk reward on whether or not, you can hold this, but it is going to be a 4480 retest that I'm looking to see a potential rejection on Toast. I have a little bit of CAVA. I got $720 that I've put into CAVA. What do you think? 230 is right at. Yeah, you're out there. I mean, that's grazing too far. All right, so I still like Toast to the downside if it gets punched down, but man, is that cost base is fighting. So HPQ again. What else can you ask for? It's up against where you closed before. You'd like to see a gap up or push to 27 tomorrow. It's that simple. There's nothing else to do but to let it fucking rip. BA. This one reminds me a great deal of like Disney. And I think there's a channel somewhere, in this setup, but it's all going to be a part of a much larger range. And that's the most important factor here, is that on the weekly, right, it's going to be right there at 233. Oops. We need a candle close above that weekly 233.23. That translates to pretty much the same level, right? So that's what you're going to do. So this is where you move down into the lower time frame. You look at what empty space you have left, what's underneath you. Right now you're holding up that. So a push up, you're going to be looking for that floor. And at that point, I'd be at the 30-minute, 15-minute. Here's your map. There's the end of the empty space. So bam, bam. I think you get the rest. Alrighty. Galaxy. The hell is this? What are you looking for? Galaxy. Dylan, what are you looking for? Like up, down, all around, upside, downside? What are you looking at here? Hey Potter, after watching your video for a whole day yesterday, I bought TradingView 24-hour and I got Ben. We're in ALK. It looks good, guys. It's got a good candle close outside. There's nothing else that we can do except for set a good stop loss and not give a fuck. Let it ride. I'm joking. There is something to not giving a fuck. You got to listen to TTI about that. If you have a good plan, and good risk, then you can afford to do so. So I don't know which way you're looking at. So I'm gonna just say it already had earnings. You're in a nice juicy area of consolidation. One could probably even box that up like that. That's just an overhead target here. But the only thing you have above is 34.20, and then you have a floor below at 25.50, and that would drop you down to 23. That's all I see on this. And so it's a read and react situation. Boss, thank you for everything. Of course, dude. CVX. When it comes to oil, I feel like, what else can you ask for? Here's the situation. You're inside of this nice area of consolidation. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. You're heading up for 3. You have empty space. You're at your previous resistance, right? And so I'm going to go ahead and safely assume that next target is going to be 159. And then I'd be stretching for the rest of it at 163. Does it have dividends? Oh, well then I'd be, if it pops up, I would assume it comes back down on dividends for sure. I know you hate IPOs, but hear you out. I don't hate IPOs. I just have to be involved. Like, what is this ticker? It's not, yeah, big. So yeah, I mean, I don't hate that at all. Like, I would trade that 100%. I don't know. Does it have options yet? That is an absurd amount of empty space for what it is. I know a lot of people are underneath. Are they? They're juiced. Okay. So this is one of those setups, man. You can't overcomplicate this. You have an overhead at $91. You have a small trap at 94.86, and then a big pocket of empty space directly above you, right? Base, I would be looking at 104, and of course, you know, give this time, but I could see 112. I like a CAVA has the potential on both sides. That's what I'm looking for. Am I requesting shares for BLSH? Blush? No, I'm not. I don't know anything about it, so. I've only gotten a couple of pre-IPOs in my life. Reddit was one of the best ones that I've gotten. One of them. ENR. Holy shit. Yeah, I have. Why not go full size in CAVA? So I don't lose everything if it doesn't go well. Ignored. Who's ignored? What is it with these kids and putting roses on the like, rose emojis, dying rose emojis? What does
That's
this
your
mean?
favorite type of energy company, Potter.
I knew somebody was. I knew we were going to be able to get through this analysis without. We just can't. I have nothing to say about this one. It is at the highs, so I can. Again, guys, I try to remind you that I don't have any edge when it comes to all-time highs. You are up against the highs. You're closing green. That would be good enough for me. If I was long on this, that would be good enough for me. So all-time highs, not my thing. I know it's underneath you. 95.86 is your floor. So, I mean, as far as the candle closes, it looks pretty good. That's the wrong one. Oh, okay. Target. We have earnings still coming up. I like the fact that it reversed and back up to that same wall. We talked about the building into earnings. I think now it's like I'm starting to think that 118.50 is the more tangible target for Target.
Hey, can you hear me?
Oh yeah.
The rose emoji is like a heartbreak emoji.
Okay, so like if it's dying.
It's like when you get your heart broken.
Oh shit. Man. Okay. I get it now. I want to say from what I have been learning from just what the available videos as a free member is awesome. Fuck yeah, dude. I love to hear that. I love Target. Okay. I need to get my money back from it anyway, but I do like this setup. I mean, it does actually remind me a whole lot of Nike. You can actually see the similarities in it. Just so you know, you have to adjust for dividend. Is it messed up? Yeah, you're right. You know what's so weird though is I think that thing flips itself 120, 150. Interesting. So 119, 121. I guess it's right around the same area. Same target, targeting. All right. SMCI up. SMCI up. We got 327, guys. We got plenty of time. I'm trying to push. All right, so 24-hour candle. Does it look good? What have you reclaimed? The answer is nothing right now. You do have a decent, pretty good candle close up against those candles above you, right? So, 4-hour. Move that up. Do you give it the taco 2 weeks? What the hell are you talking about? Want to join your Discord if possible. The link is in my bio for the website. Submit your feet pics there. Just kidding. Don't do that. We had somebody jokingly sip their feet as a joke, but then it was still a picture of their feet. And then I was like, well, now it's not really a joke. You really did it. All right. So 40, it was also 8 months after they had joined. So we don't need that. 46.65 to the upside. You know who you are. 48.50. Yeah. 46.65 and then 48.50 to the upside, right? From there, I have a floor to reclaim, 2-hour, 49, and at that point you have empty space. So you're step by step. If you open up though outside of 47, I think you look pretty good. Okuma, I think I might put some money on IWM. Yes. Hero, I have been watching your YouTube. Love that. Try Zen the other day and that shit burns. I knew I was going to be addicted to Zen when I was 5 years old. I know how a lot. I just confused a hell of amount of people just then, but it's true. I did. I used to stuff big red gum in my gums because I liked the way it felt. It's a little masochist.
Bro, do you hear the shit that you say?
I'm just
What
saying.
I'm not even gonna say anything.
Fucking guy.
Bro, the way you said stuff, why'd you put so much emphasis in that?
I don't know.
Oh, he knows. He knows.
Are
Hey,
you
yo,
addicted to
Astro, chill.
peanut butter sandwiches? That's fucked up. Uh,
Just
on
answer
these,
the question.
no, I'm not. Promise you that. So I see a 5150 floor that needs to be reclaimed. You had a great bounce off of earnings, but now it looks like it's time to build. You found a floor, 1 hour. So this is where you got to do surgery, right? The higher time frame is clear, the more surgery that is required, more time that's required as well. So I'm going to go ahead and assume that 30 minutes is going to reveal something to me that I can't see here. Okay, never mind. 15 is going to do it. Candle close is right. Okay. But I like the candle. I'd rather see that recovered because that's where you pop off and that's where you bounce off of. So that would be there. So obviously don't lose your floor. Reclaim 50-35. Step down to the 5 minute. Now, see, this is where I tell you guys the price is telling you where it will go up. Do you see this? I know this is the 5 minute, but it still matters. 51. If you see those 3 candles right there, that's what you want to close above, and I think you could probably take advantage of that. So okay, question. I'm confused. How to place options for the next day. You just buy them and you don't sell them before the end of the day, and then you wake up the next morning and then you sell them. Say peanut butter with a French accent. Peanut butter. Oui, oui. What is my favorite food? Not peanut butter. We've got W. Oui,
dog.
oui.
It's clear you're a man of the people.
Oh, dude.
Man, this is sick.
Hey, what's that? We puppy?
Wow. How are the
Alright.
roses?
Yeah, somebody post that
What
sad
kind of
rose.
questions are these?
I don't know, dude.
Oh shit, is that on TikTok? I mean, Jesus.
Yeah, it's TikTok. 7650. This is a lower time frame setup that you're gonna have to navigate through because the 24-hour is. Oh, yeah. So I'd say that that's the median on your range, 75-35. Hold that floor. I wouldn't mind seeing a green candle with a wick off of 7350 and a push up and out. That looks pretty good. How did we get here? I don't know. We always end up back here. Full circle. TSLL, good sir. What are you talking, fucking caveman now? Yes, it still is good. Same analysis as Tesla. The obviously a little bit different because you're at the wall. You haven't broken out above it, which, you know, I would venture to guess that's going to be pretty tasty when it does. So same process as Tesla. We're going to split that in half. Your next target's going to be at 14. Yuck. At the same time, like if you're long on Tesla, you could hedge with TSLL. Now, if you're long on TSLL, I don't think I would hedge with Tesla, but ALK looks pretty. Last time I looked at it about 10 minutes ago, it looks pretty good. Neo to the downside, young Jorge. So what have you gained? What have you lost? You have lost nothing, right? But you are closing. This is the 3rd time. You've also had 3 rejections off of the top. Calm down, Neo. Now, my issue with this, Jorge, is, well, I don't want to say issue. Yeah, fuck that. Never mind. Fuck all that. 428. 428. If you decide to take that, 428 is your target to the downside. If this channel is meant to be broken, which the 3 rejections here, the 3 rejections there, the 2 here, that would, you know, be definitely an area you could look at this thing breaking. So can I look at ALK? All right, just look at it. All right, there it is. It looks good. Okay, so again, sometimes something's going to be perfect and it's not going to work. And that will not ever, especially with this strategy, dictate like, okay, it didn't work, fine. When that being said, that is about as good of a candle close as you can get without being outside of that target. So again, sometimes the best stop loss, besides having, price stop loss, if you have a good one and you have a good expiration, is not giving a fuck. Like right now, chill the fuck out. Life's too short. You got a good stop loss, then you're fine, right? Your stop loss is like your seatbelt. Having a plan, that's like a teddy bear that your mommy puts in your car seat. It's good. It's good. All right.
So wait, the Neo one. Let's get back to that for a real quick second. They got earnings in September 4th. Does that matter to you?
It's a little, well, I could consider that a factor going, being a factor going into consolidation for sure. Just like Target has bought time, but well, a lot of the times what will happen before earnings, and that level that I'm actually giving you, this is the really cool part of that. So watch this, drop it on the top, bam, bam. That's still the same target that I just gave you on the lower time frame. So that, right, that pullback right there could allow for this to build, maybe skid down again, and then go into earnings positively and give us better insight on where it's likely to head. Because, similarly here, we hit a wall, we consolidated, but then we dropped. And then we punched straight through. Now we look at what's underneath us, and if Neo loses that 321 and it's underneath that, we have essentially the same concept that, the reason that we took it up, it'd be the same thing up here. And then we would do this. Watch, damn, now I'm about to short Neo too. Right? So then we would be looking to take it basically all the way back to ground zero. And,
That's almost perfect.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, the other example is like Kohl's too. I mean, Kohl's did the move before even earnings.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, exactly. All right, I'm trying to get through these as quickly as possible.
Thanks.
Oh no, you're good. Ask away. I'm also saying that to myself because I have ADHD. CMG is just looking for a punchback. It is mid punchback, I would say right now. You got a nice tight little. I gotta be careful how I word shit. It's a nice consolidated box. And it just needs to break over today's high. What am I doing? I am looking for potential 1000% trades using options and a strategy that I made. What? Oh no, my little bitch. Not you, Chad. I love you, Chad.
Well, at least you're not lying.
You know what? Ivy and Alex.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, you're. I'm honest about it. I'm me. I ain't taking Adderall again, dude. You can't make me.
I got a godson that had it too. Has it.
Does he want any more? Because he could have mine if he wants. Yeah.
No.
All right. Let's see here.
Dibs.
Well, back then they gave you Ritalin up, and we didn't like all that.
I was a test subject in Alabama. They test I
Explains a lot.
Yeah, they did. I was like one of the first kids to try Vyvanse. I lost like 60 pounds. They're like, it's working great.
Oh, that's what happened.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. Yeah, CMG. Yeah, you need to punch through this box. It doesn't look bad off of that bounce, right? You came down, you bounce decent. Obviously, tomorrow is going to be the day where you see whether this is going to pop out. But a decent little curl up. No signal yet, but close. I am swinging what I got on SE. I'm looking for 183. I'm not bending. Was I any gate program at school? They tested me in a lot of shit, dude.
I'll never forget the when we had to put on the headphones and they would like say stuff to us and make us drink pink liquid.
Oh, weird. TXN 194. You got empty space directly up above you, right? Yeah, you got a nice little retest. What else can you ask for? I was stuck on a call. Can I do it all over again? Shut up. Can't believe I'm the only one shorting. I'm dumb. Dude, I shorted yesterday. What are you talking about? I shorted 2 days in a row. And think the only reason I came out with a positive was because I hedged myself. Or two times, I've shorted when we were going up. And I was right, I was right yesterday. It pulled back, but again, I was like, okay, now we're too damn close to my target for me to swing. Feel good about it, so now I got a hedge, but all right, just have a plan, okay? That's it. Everybody needs to have a solid plan. It's already kind of made the plan for you, right? Don't lose, don't do Electric Avenue. But 190.70 needs to hold. Dal, did I do that one? I thought I did that one. No? Okay, well, it's good that it's ripping because ALK is also ripping. You've got a floor that you've recovered here. You don't have a ton of empty space directly up above you, so the first target is 59. 4-hour target is going to concur, but you can pass that over to cost basis at 60.77. CCL, building, definitely going to have a move. While it's inside of a box, I don't stress out. The weekly's looking really good. You got a shit ton of fucking empty space above you. So obviously this is one that you continuously watch on this. But this is also a weekly play. When did you start charting with price? Dude, it's honestly, I don't even adjust it myself. It kind of, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I've had this question now for a while, and I don't even look at it. I don't know, Kate or anybody else, if I don't know if you guys do that, but I've never had an issue just trading for what I see, regardless of both of those. So that being said, I don't trade a bunch of heavy dividend stocks, but yeah, I've never had an issue. When I find my floor, that's my target, so yeah. So if you notice that, if you see something like that and it's it's normally not going to be but $1 off. So if you want to trim at the first one, or something like that, that's fine. But anyway, for CCL, you're looking for your big break, but it's a weekly play. So by the end of the week, I would want to see you up against 30.75. It's that simple. All right, we've got Joby down. Now this one, I think at this point is probably, I'm looking at the weekly too. What I said this morning obviously has played out, but the way that you responded to that overhead doesn't make me feel great about it. So let's talk about what to do here. Above 1850, I think there's a good chance of this moving back up. Right, it is what it is. Built a box around cost basis, which normally lower or slower moving stocks do that. But if you're still holding, or if you're looking at it short, the positive, so we got the negative here that we've gone up and retested and we're up against that mark. The positive here is that you did pop up with empty space like we talked about this morning, and that can be the catalyst back down. Okay. All right, so we have FT&T. Ivy, is Ivy in the chat right now? She just messaged me about Trip. She said it's ripping. What does she have? Oh, she's in Jamia. Holy shit. Damn, what the fuck, Ivy? Trip, another third day in consolidation. This is your cage. Listen, this is your cage. 1730 your floor, and your top being 1788. We got to respond to either one of those. You have empty space above, you have empty space below. And after earnings, it's dissolving that volume.
I said to on Jamie, yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Dude,
I didn't take it.
She's up
And now I see
$100%.
$9 and then 12.
I didn't take it either, bro, and I've got history
I
with
know.
it.
I
But
know.
it's all right. We can't catch them all. Gotta catch them. One day we will. When we got AI.
But you can.
Yep. Yo, Chef, I'm now 100% on J Mia. That meme is crazy. I should hold on to these to stripping. Trim? There. That's always the antidote. Just trim. All right, let's keep moving, guys. I want to try to get through these. Did I finish that?
You know what's crazy though, real quick?
Huh.
You answered to Ivy, but not Manny.
What do you mean? I answered to Manny.
I'm just giving you bullshit.
I was about to say, dude, because Manny gets on to me about that shit all the time, and I'm like, dude, I called you the other day, and you didn't answer, and you know what I did? I just left it alone.
Gotcha.
He tries to guilt trip me all the time. I love it. FTNT. FTNT does have a floor recovery, so that does look pretty good. The 4 hour, obviously, you still have a gap to go and fill. That's 79.86, and yeah, that is absolutely 100% the floor. So your journey to the upside is going to rely on that 79.45 being reclaimed. At that point, I would divide and conquer. That right there, 87 would be a secondary target there. If it does not break up and hold that tomorrow, these type of setups love to build like this. Based on my experience. APLD 24. Okay, same deal. Said it last time. As far as the candle close is concerned, that's pretty good. So I mean, I like that aspect of it. Has it broken out? No. So that is one aspect of this trade that we have to go down and dive a little bit further. Honestly, yeah, I would go ahead and just say stay above this box. Don't lose 1450. That's your stop loss. All right. And resorts.
UAL?
Huh?
Can you check UAL?
UAL.
United Airlines?
Oh, same as the rest of the airlines. Gotta go punch back there. Box is up here. So I'd be looking at a 102 target to the upside. 4 hour. You'll have some turbulence, pun intended, at 128. UPS to the upside. So this one's banging up against that floor. This actually could. So you see, yeah, that's one, right? That's one that we can definitely consider to be a future play, right? It's had a nasty earnings, empty space to the upside. Now, I will say in previous earnings, right, we have one right here. Look at the traveling time. This is a quick study. How does it move? And look at these. Actually, earnings have not gone well for fucking UPS. Look at it. It drops, it grinds up, and then it grinds down. And into the next earnings, we see these breaks. So if you do take UPS, I would be looking 4 weeks, five weeks out. I mean, straight up. You got to consider how this thing moves. And the reality is nothing happens until 89 is reclaimed. Jason, I don't know. I can't tell you whether you should size up or not. That's going to be adherent to whatever risk you have. But nothing's telling me to get out for sure. All right. Yes, I am. Rocket Labs. That one definitely looks like it wants to come down with all of that overhead pressure. Today, obviously we saw bullish movement. Roll into Friday. Yeah, I could see that being a good possibility, or actually a good tactic for the move that we're having now. If you've trimmed, especially if you've gotten some profit off the table. Damn, my nose is clogged up right now. All right, so Rocket Lab overhead 3 times, 5 times off the fucking bottom. I mean, this thing is what? Oh, I did. Oh, my bad. I in my brain registered that if it has a check mark by it, I immediately my brain skips it. My bad. 43 candle close. That's what's needed, but this is an hourly type shit where you gotta. I mean, you gotta be down here because there is too many wicks. So as much as I can definitely see a move. There's empty space. I say 39.60 to the downside. So I like that. Yeah, man, this channel is set to fail soon, one way or another. The tough part is, are you going to bounce when you hit the floor? And that is possible because, again, inside of the box, once you go past 3 waves, the rules start to bend. All right, Riot, or no, I mean, excuse me. So this is ENR, but as an Energizer Holdings. Okay, 24. Oh, they had a little Energizer bunny rip today. So what are you looking to do to this? Down. Okay. So that is always going to come back to what have you lost, right? And obviously we have lost this floor that you tried to hold. And what are you sitting on? Who the fuck is Mina? Invite you to co-host? No. Let's see, 4 hour. Okay. So you see this right here? Perfect. That is the previous box. And yeah, I'm ignoring that little candle outside of it. That is your previous box that you punched through to get here. So if you want to take it down, it's got to fall back in there. Period. Now, look. Do you see how... Did you guys just watch that? Watch this. See the retest? How do I know if I'm going down? The fuck was that? Ayo! Dude, my kid sounds like a fucking elephant going up the stairs. Jesus Christ. All right, anyway. Look how we step down. Watch what happens. Box. That's fucking awesome, right? Because what that allows me to do is know when this dies, which is 2684. Ugh. All right, let's keep pushing. We gotta get a few more here. We got 952. Where the fuck did that go? Okay, Starbucks 24. So this one's just D-Train. It's I can't I actually looked at this one earlier today. Yes, you have a good close at the floor. The wick is a little discouraging, but it is going to be 95.50. 95.50. That is the previous floor. That is the previous resistance. That is now your cost basis. So it has got to go. All right. Target 110s. If you're looking for earnings, if those fit the script, yeah, 110s. I even see the 110s being a good target for that one as well. Coin up. So that's, like I said this morning, it's going to be dictated on whether or not you can reclaim 333.75. If you can do that, plenty of upside, plenty of potential behind this chart. You have a gap underneath you, and so if this fails, I would assume, I think fairly, that this would be some sort of new range that you build a box in, like it does, just like this. All right, we've got Jack down. Pause. So this is good. Okay, so I hardly ever get the opportunity to say that. Is this? Oh, never mind. It's not. I thought it was all-time lows. So there would be
No.
only one target, which would be 1482, based on
Look at it
with
on the weekly.
Oh shit! I didn't see all that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess, I mean, you are at a floor right now. If that floor is lost, 1475, and at that point, as much as it's gotten the shit kicked out of it, it might be even worth a temporary bounce trade. But yeah, I mean, let's look at the monthly. Yeah, I mean, it's not a ton of empty space. I see a good target right here, 13, 19, and 12 flat. So AO, like the QA, the TV show. Yeah, it's his name is spelled AEO though. And I did not ever see that TV show. That he's older than that TV show. Got it from the Greek god of the wind. It's like a different version of the spelling. Victoria's Secrets. Not a bad little setup. But what I can tell you for sure is that above 23, you get green. Right? Your panties rip. And so that's going to be 28, 27.66, $28. And that is outside. It's coming up on earnings. That actually might be a little, how does it move on earnings? Pretty dumpy. Nothing. Doesn't really like the upside. Definitely likes the downside. Okay, good rip right there. So yeah, I mean, it could get it done. I could see that. Yeah, look at that. I mean, it's the same, literally the same move right there from literally where you're at to where you're. Yeah. So I mean, I see 27.66. Yeah, I like ALK. It looks good. Oh wait. Riot. So on a lower time frame, and this includes Mara, there is opportunity within this chart to go back up. Now, I think what needs to be done here is establishing your candle closes. You've been holding this floor long enough, so it's definitely time to get a move. The craziest part, well, not the craziest, but like you see the green candle right there, the wick right here, it's almost, part of me wants to expand that up. But the reality here is that actually, I am going to expand that up. I would be looking on the hourly over here to your left. That mark, I think, gives you your your target of 12.36 and offers that potential rip. I like that. I like that analysis. Affirm. What do you want it up? Nice candle, but the only thing that's up above this, your next target will be these wicks right here. And that's 83.50. So it's not a traditional punchback because this is not a traditional box. But yes, the answer is above 79.50. You would have the previous high of 82, and then 83.60 would be your right. That's where this play opens up, and that's the bigger play. That's the one that I would. What's the trades? Wow. Let's see here. We did take a lot of trades in the Discord. Well, I know a lot of people took some positions today, but Lulu, Snow, those were managed today. So ALK, HBQ. All right, we got 2 minutes here. Airbnb. Wait, did I do onto? I think I did onto, right? Hold on. Oh shit, you're good, dude. Holy shit. Yeah, we talked about this one the other day. Looks great. Looks great. You got a floor right here. You got a target at 116.68 and 115, sorry, and then you would have 119 or 120. So that looks good especially if you're already in it. Airbnb. Very curious. Okay, so I mean, you are at the bottom of that trend. You definitely have empty space up above you. So there is a day trade here for Airbnb or a short swing overnight. Right through that fucker right there. So it looks great. It looks good for a punch up to go retest 126 and 127. Riley earnings, yes, I know. And that's the same same analysis as before. you're bunched up like a motherfucker. You got an overhead wall. It is the only thing I can say about this one. It is a gamble based on how it moves. But maybe this gets the ball rolling in the right direction. I mean, I listen. I'm a prey, not in a facetious or sarcastic way, like for real. If you guys, whoever took this, I hope it does that. CGC. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I'm gonna pray for you. Bless your heart. All right. CB. Wait, is this real? Oh, but no. CGC. Sorry. So the setup on this one, I again, buy the rumor, sell the news. You popped up, you hit a wall, right? This wall is going to be right over here to your left. That pulled you back down. So if you're looking for the upside, not quite yet. That's going to be today's high. The next resistance is $2, and again, that's going to likely lead you up to the 286 mark, but we're not there yet. All right, it's 4 o'clock, guys. Yes, I got some IWM. I got a little bit of speculative cues. Dude, cues were fucking crazy today.
You took IWM up?
Yeah. Yeah, I had contracts that were around 400% on the cues today. Let's see here. Oh yeah. You're 50% of the way there, I think. Hold on, 4 hour. 1634 above these wicks. All right. Yeah, if you have a question about joining or anything like that, and yeah, you can feel free to DM me. Or anything so best of this. Yeah, right. If you have done streaming or done it, do you think you took a DM? Yeah, I can. Yeah, just shoot me a DM. Yeah, guys, I bought a little bit of IWM.
It was a good close.
Yeah, it was great close.
Great close.
Skews, I would assume tomorrow we could see. Well, we're at 580. If this gaps down at all, I think we stay in range. I think we gap fill and then chop, but all right. Anyway, let's we'll map that out tomorrow, see what it brings. But we've got KD up. Keep it simple.
I took 230s IWM. That's not too much, right?
No. No. I mean, it's not that. No, it's not. I got 229. So
They were only 10 cents.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got the 230s for tomorrow and Thursday.
That's the contracts. Yeah. No, you guys are fine. Again, low risk, high reward. We're at 226. That's a $4 move. The overhead resistance is 229. What are people going to be buying when we get there? If we get there, your contracts.
So the 250s for tomorrow are good.
Holy shit. Let's see here. For KD, I would keep this one simple as well. You've got a decent box. You got your first green candle here to your left. So one can assume possibly 2 off the bottom. You might hit the top. I don't know. But range above first target. I assume that's probably going to be some sort of weird range. It is. But that's why I tossed it. So. Hey, Ellie. Yeah, I know. Hi, baby. Yeah, I'm still. I love you.
Love you too, man.
Who is that? Is that what? Sound like Whacker.
Tell him to quit interrupting your work.
Ew. All right, get out of here. I'll see you a little bit. You too. You said BBY. Shit, I DoorDashed from Best Buy the other day. It's not the first time though. So I mean, undeniably, that looks so goddamn straightforward. You're gonna go hit 80 or 79.85. There's it just doesn't like with that type of build and that type of retest right there. Yeah, 100%. Is she the real mastermind behind the PBS? I mean, she definitely having a second kid really motivated me, to and she's a girl, so I already knew what time it was.
I think Peyton's target affliction was the main motivation for PBS.
Maybe now
Second
that's
kid motivated me for a vasectomy.
yeah, straight up, dude. I don't want anymore. I'm done, man.
Still
Think
haven't
of the
got it yet.
children.
I don't know. Don't they? God damn it, dude. We still have 2 days till Battlefield. I don't care about it. Stupid. Yeah, I would hedge IWM. I would hedge with the empty space you have underneath you. Yeah, I would hedge. Why not? You got a retest of 223. Mm-hmm. Right now, especially, man. Right now it's extremely expensive to raise a child. Children. As many of you know. Damn, Chad. You made a bag on Ethereum shares.
Yeah, it's been
And
doing
options.
well.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. So just again, make sure you guys check the website if you guys are trying to join. If you guys are in the Discord, I will be next week on vacation. I am scheduling a bunch of massages and I'm just gonna spend the whole week not moving and relaxing. Hammocks are gonna be hammocked. But yeah, I just try to give you guys a forewarning, but I will be on live tomorrow morning at 8:30. We'll see how some of these swings have gone. Didn't we have some earnings today? What were the earnings that we had today?
CAVA.
We'll see. They might have an earnings call at 5. What's up, Sensei?
Were you heavier on the upside or downside on CAVA?
I equal. I had more downside, but after it dropped, I grabbed a little bit of the upside. So
Those things were juiced on the downside.
they were, dude. I already had the downside, so I didn't bother doing the adding any more to that. I've been in the Maldives for 4 weeks, all on trading profits from silver. Fuck yeah.
Hey Garrett, do you ever sell premium?
No.
Yeah, that's why.
I have never had a reason to. I
Fair enough.
just yeah. I've just never had a well, I have once on Clover. And I did that under the instruction of one of my friends because it was an equity play that was not doing very well. But it was ranging and we were unsure. And so under his instruction, I did that, but I have not seen the need to do that yet. So.
Okay. I've talked to some people that seem to be making a monthly income doing that. It seems pretty low risk. So
yeah, listen, if that's not my area of expertise at all, and if you want to explore that, I think this strategy can really help, especially when you have weekly mouths and ranges like that. Like it's pretty easy to kind of map things out, especially if something's stuck. That would be my preferred premium selling, is if you're stuck in between two boxes, like on the 24 or weekly. If you pop up, hit the bottom of the box, chances are you're gonna come back down and retest the box you broke out of and bounce like a motherfucker in between the two of them. So like you could definitely use this strategy, you know, with that. But
Absolutely.
sure.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. All right, guys, I will post this on YouTube. Make sure to drop a comment, like if you guys watch it back. But otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Peace out.
Thank you, Potter. All right, guys, have a good
Cheers.
one.